Going through the process of rebalancing. Starting the procedure. We got the AC on for now just to keep it idle. Once we get up to 13%, we'll go ahead and turn it off and let it do it on its own. It's out of temperature. It's either too hot or it's too cold. We're going to go ahead and try it again.
And what's either too hot or too cold? The battery?
Yeah. I know it had been kind of cold until like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, right.
Rebalance in progress. If it gets over 6% or 5%, it's going to take it. That's where it checks for temperature. It's been running for a while, so it should be warm enough. We're at 6%. Okay. Yeah, we're at 6% now. When it starts warming it up and running the test, it warms it up. It was probably really close. It's got to be at least 73% or 73 degrees Fahrenheit, and I don't know what the high temp is. I can't believe that would be too high, so I knew it had to be cold. All right, so it's running at 6%. So what it does, it'll go up to, gradually go up to about 30, and then a lot of times it'll jump to 100. That's not a real good rebalance. You need it to go all the way nice and slow, all the way up to 75, 80, 90. If it jumps back to 50%, that's okay. This vehicle's never been rebalanced. They can pop up to 100%, 99%, down to 50. Back and forth quite a few times until it actually gets the results that it needs. It can take anywhere from half an hour for a good rebalance for a vehicle that's been rebalanced before, up to 2, 3, 4 hours. A lot of times you can stop, pick it up the next day. In the process, you do the force charge, you do the exercising. Exercising is moving this needle as far in both directions as possible. 10 quick stops and starts, so that way you feather the needle with the brake pedal as far down as possible. Up to 10 reps. Do that 3 or 4 times a day for a week with the force charging and the rebalancing, and that's the best thing you can do for your battery. And then you only got to do it maybe once a week as far as the force charge and the exercising, and then rebalance it once a season if it's in good working order. Up to 8%. We're going to let it go, just run on its own for a little while. 9%. Only 144,000 on this baby. Mm-hmm. That's like a middle-aged man, like 35, maybe 30. These things can go a long way as long as the rust don't get them. Turn it on the AC.
Okay.
Set the thermostat in the middle. Let it run for 10 minutes.
So the heat control.
Yeah, the defrost button always works.
Okay. To half.
Anyway, then you exercise it. Find some place, country road around here, some place where you're not going to get a ticket.
Right.
You're not going to rear end anybody. They're not going to rear end you. Take off from going 5 miles an hour up to about 40, 45 miles an hour, and then you decelerate at that same speed.
Okay.
So it takes you 100 yards to get up to that speed. It should take you about 100 yards to slow down to 5 miles an hour again. Then you take off again real fast. And then you brake real fast, trying to get that charge and assist needle to go both ways in both directions as far as you can. You don't want it to go just a little bit. If you press it harder, it'll go down farther. Keep it right there. Once you press down so hard and it doesn't go any farther, leave it right there. So you're feathering the brake pedal with that charge and assist needle.
Okay.
Taking off, whatever you feel like. Peel out, you'll see that charge and assist needle really go to the right. What that does is that flushes power in and out of the battery, breaking up the dendrites that are inside the cells.
Right.
It's like a clogged drain or a slow drain.
Right.
Or backwashing a pool.
Okay.
Backwash a pool, it's going to run a lot better. You're going to get a lot more fill through it. It's going to absorb all the regen braking that's available. The battery will stay in better health that way because the the flow of power going through it, so it's going to absorb more capacity. So that way it can sit longer without going dead.
Right. And you said do that about 10 times?
Do that 10 reps, just like you're working out in the gym.
Right.
Force charge after it goes into EV mode. It'll probably be less than a minute. Let it go into EV mode, then force charge it for 10 minutes, then do it again.
Okay.
So that way you're doing it with high capacity.
Okay.
Because you force charge, you got as much in as that vehicle will allow in that battery.
Okay.
Then you exercise it, force charge it, do that 2 or 3 times, do it every day for a week. It's going to be in 100% better shape. And if you had forescan, I would say probably try to rebalance it once a day for a week.
Okay.
And then once you've done all that, and it's topped out, because you'll get a lot of improvement right off the bat. You're like, wow, a lot better. You get up so far, it's just like working out. You go to the gym, you really build up, lose a lot of weight the first month, 2 months, and then it's like slow go.
Right. Okay.
Jumped all the way to 100, so we didn't get a good rebalance, and I wasn't watching it. I don't know when it went to where it jumped. Okay, we're going to try it one more time and see what happens here. Let's go ahead and start it. See, blue line jumped to 100, where normally it could take 2, 3, 4 hours. Let's do this. Let's try to move it. You want to go for a ride?
Sure.